if I want to summarize this this coaching session, it's the biggest gains that you can make is just simply laning. And I want you to first think about how do you want to play the first 3 levels of your lane. So this also includes like the first 4 waves, like 3 to 4 waves, right? Because if you want to, in this matchup, because indeed, as you said correctly, you want to see if you can get at level 2 first, see if you can get like a crash like wave 3 or 4. It depends, because like the wave 3 crash is not as valuable anymore. Like it doesn't really do that much for your lane. It used to be like really, really good, but that was like a long time ago, right? And the item effects that you do get is just a dagger, even though it's quite big for Yone. Like what you're mostly looking for is multiple daggers. Like getting multiple daggers will actually like really increase the power of like Yone. You can legit just go take 3 daggers like out of base if you really want to, you know. And it's
Yep.
massive for your Q cooldown. But the lane starts when the waves already is hitting, right? And the game also starts just at 15 seconds of the game. Right, so I want you to be hitting the auto Q on the first melee creep here. So then you're setting up, and then just play around with posture. Like, and this is the basis of laning phase in terms of trading, right? Like you just imagine like a horizontal line where the minions are meeting, and there's trading stances and farming stances, right? Farming stance is like what Kiana now is adopting. Like she's staying as far range as possible, and only tries to walk up or get CS without taking damage. But when you're the aggressor, you want to adopt the trading stats, which means that you're like on the line, at least of your minions that are like right here, right? Like you want to remain on the line of your minions, and then look, if Kiana is hitting or about to get a last hit, then you punish for taking that last hit.
Yep.
You can adopt something in between by not standing in the wave, because like if you are now standing right next to the minions right now, then she can, let's say she has started Q, she can just like throw Q from range, and you just take damage for fun, you know? But then you
Hmm.
can stay outside of the wave a bit more. By still staying on the line and staying outside of the wave, and then you still are following her horizontal, like wherever she's walking. Because then she has to make an option, either wave control or trade with you, let's say. And if you take like a tiny bit of damage for you to take wave control and get level 2 first, usually that's quite worth it, right?
Yes.
But you're not setting up anything. Like you just like both of you are just being full NPC in the lane. And as soon as you're like hitting this, right? Like on level 2, you can even really opt to drop the CS and just be in range, and then just like completely and try to fully zone her from the wave by just like going full Q3 on her. If she loses these 2 minions for you dropping this 1 minion, that is a net gain.
Yes.
Now with how hard this wave is pushing, like you have to crash wave 2 now. Because I don't want you to queue all 3 minions. I want you to only queue this one. So you're still playing in this kind of like pocket. Try to match your horizontal because you're level 2. You queue this creep, and then you just go full goal on her. Because you queued all of the minions, it pushes harder. You see. So
Yeah.
now
Should
if
have only hits one.
yeah, but now as soon as you recognize like, oh shit, I actually dealt too much damage to a minion wave, you need to have the instant trigger to crash wave 2. Because otherwise you get in like in a very awkward spot, unless you know for certain that you can harass like under her tower. But since Checo is pathing to top side, or you have no info on this, but most likely she's pathing to top side. So this is like another one of those points, right? Like ward level 1 if possible. So you know like the jungle pathing. And if you cannot ward level 1 because the enemy is too strong level 1, then you just have to look at the leash, and then you just simply have to respect and then ward for this. And here in this case as well, don't focus the minions, try to focus like harass on her, unless you still really want to crash this wave, third wave. But since Shaco most likely is going to be on top side, you kind of have to semi-respect. And then you just have to live the consequences from how you misplayed the first 2 waves.
Yes.
And this is the beauty of League. Just the first 2 waves would have already had a completely different outcome of the laning phase in this game.
That is very true.
And I think this is fine, but now you just like last hit the creep, but don't insta E. Like save the E, like keep trading, you know? Like if she's trading into your wave, completely fine. Like she's trading into your cannon wave. just walk into your wave and handshake this trade. Like if Shekko's coming, so be it. Maybe you can still try to get out. But now you'd have to make the best out of the worst situation. Maybe you can trade 1-for-1 or something, you know? And if you're like in this spot, like I think you chose the right decision by just like trying to crash the wave, because even if you die, you don't really lose anything. Right? You actually still gain tempo because Kiana is like really low. This is like Bowson's law,
Yep.
right? Like you actually gain tempo on this because she's low and she has to go back or she has to push, and then she's low HP while you're TPing back to lane, and then she's fucked in lane anyway. Or she has to
Yeah, true.
recall, but then it's still slow pushing into you. So she's fucked no matter what. So I would just like opt into crash this wave, just walk down through the lane, and see if you still can get out and just waste their time. Maybe they keep chasing you. Maybe Kiana will like lose the minions then, you know, like, or she's collecting the wave. Otherwise, you just like quickly suicide if you see that they're like, if it takes too long for them to kill you, because then just having them kill you is then just better, or suicide in tier 2 or something.
Yeah, true.